Hello and welcome to Truth Seeker Psychic Readings, reminding you of who you really are. Today we're going to do the reading for the week starting the 10th all the way through to the 16th of August. So let's take a look at the cards. For our theme for the week, we've got a very interesting one. We've got the Queen of Swords in reverse. Very colourful card, very colourful depiction. Now what we have here is a woman who has a very strong big sword in reverse, obviously. So what that tells us for the week is that we need to remove some layers, yeah? Because the sword acts as a guard. It acts as us being in defense mode, yeah? So we need to be careful that we don't come across to people being a little bit too defensive. The Queen of Swords has a beautiful heart, okay, but she's protecting it, yeah? But in reverse, what it tells us is we need to open up a little bit. We need to allow the love to shine through. So in your communication, the sword is representative of air, which is thinking and spirituality and also communication. So with your communication, don't be too blunt to just cut people off this week. Also, try to be a little bit more vulnerable and a little bit more open and a little bit more willing to show a more sensitive side to yourself. And if there's any lack of confidence, you should feel more confident with who you are. Okay, don't be afraid to show that to the world. So that's the theme for the week, and I'm going to explain through the cards what else is coming up. So we have a beautiful card for our first card, first of the four, which is the Ten of Cups. Now, Ten of Cups is about happiness, joy, abundance, bliss, all the good things that come to us in life, yeah? So with this energy, it is saying that by opening up, yeah, by letting our guard down a little bit, and by being open, being loving, being confident with who we are and showing people who we really are, we're going to have a lot of abundance, a lot of joy, a lot of happiness coming to us in this week. So our best mode of moving through the week is not to be too defensive, but to be a little bit more open and willing to listen to others and willing to, accept the good energy that comes to us and not be too protective or in a state of fear or worry. Excuse me. Because when you're in a state of fear, you almost block what can come to you, yeah? So reverse that, come from a place of love, and you're going to experience so much more. Next card, Knight of Cups in reverse. Okay, more cups, yeah? Cups is about happiness and fulfillment and joy, but Knight of Cups in reverse is more about a lack of opportunity. And what it tells me is that in order for you to successfully achieve what you want to achieve, be abundant, experience that happiness that we're talking about, that joy, it's important for you to go out there and get what it is that you want, okay? Don't wait for things to come to you this week. Don't be sitting on your hands and saying, oh, if I give it another day, it might happen. No, just go for it. Go for it with all your might, because Knight of Cups in reverse is saying that it's up to us to create our own luck, okay? To create our own opportunities. Don't wait for it to come. Don't rely on, somebody else. This is about doing things for yourself. So if you want to create the week or the energy that you want to replicate in the world, you need to be forthcoming enough to say, I'm going to do it. I'm going to take control and I'm going to go out there and grab it. Next we have another interesting one, King of Cups, more cups. So much happiness, fulfillment, and joy. The King of Cups is the master of his emotions, yeah? So he's a very loving person who is willing to give his best. He's emotionally intelligent. So this is telling us that we need to recognize the emotions in others, how they affect us, and not react, okay? Be willing to give people a chance and be willing to hear them out, okay, during this week. Don't be too hasty with your conversation. Don't be too sharp, with your sword. Like we mentioned with the Queen, learn to be a bit more discerning, learn to be a bit more forgiving, learn to be a bit more open. The King of Cups is fantastic because he is in control. He is firm. He's confident, but he doesn't allow others to walk all over him. He doesn't allow his boundary to be let down. He comes from a loving place. He gives a lot of love, but he also knows that he has to be firm and he has to be strong. So tough love, yeah? Tough love, smart love. That's the sort of thing we want to be doing this week. Lastly, beautiful card, the Strength card, yeah? And right in the middle of Leo season, so how perfect. This is the Leo card, essentially. And strength is about doing what is best for us, yeah? How do we show up in the world, yeah? But it's also very much in line with the other cards that we talked about, because this tells us that we have to be kind and that we have to be nurturing in order to see. She's taming a lion, yeah, and she's very much in control. And strength is not always about attacking, you know. It's not always about being defensive, yeah, holding your guard up. Sometimes strength is about, often it's about being loving, being caring, being nurturing, and that's exactly what Strength card is showing us. So show that side of yourself. The other thing with strength is that there's even more creative energy flowing out there, and I feel like this is coming through with Leo's season. And what you want to do is take advantage of that. So if you're a creative person, if you like to create, if you're feeling very artistic, if there's things that you want to bring forth in the world, and it could even just be from your imagination. So creativity is not just being artistic or musical or all that sort of stuff, but it's also having the ability to use your imagination and bringing the unseen into the scene, you know, creating something, manifesting something. And that's what strength is about. It's about what can you create in the world, you know. The sun is energizing us, it's giving us that strength and that radiance, and it's going to support us. And if you do what is creative and what you love in a creative sense, you're going to achieve a lot this week. So get creative, even if it's in your spare time, even if it's for a hobby. Try and do something that challenges you to be a little bit more creative and a bit more right brain, yeah? When we engage with the right brain, we also tap into this place. We often use left brain in our current society. It's you know, the rational brain, the thinking brain. The right brain is more about what you feel, your emotions, your decisions based on creativeness, and bringing that into the world. And doing that can give you a really good coherence and balance in your life. So consider being creative. Now, to wrap it up, I feel this week it's going to be a really, really exciting one. But what you need to do is just to make sure that you let your guard down a little bit, that you're being open and you're allowing other people to show you who they are. Not, you know, cut them off, not block them off. Show a more loving side of yourself. Try to be a little bit more loving, caring with others. Don't just be so abrupt, okay? The Queen of Swords in reverse, she's a beautiful person, you know, underneath it all, and she's a strong person. She doesn't need that sword right in front saying, you know, back off, you know. So just consider being kind to others before you judge them, before you decide to be so harsh with them, okay? It's going to lead to a lot of happiness, a lot of joy, and make sure that you're going for what you want, okay? Make sure that you're creating your own opportunities, because the King of Cups is emotionally intelligent and he knows exactly how to act with people, and he knows that by being nice and by being kind, he's going to get the most. But he's also firm, and he's also all about tough love. So that's something else you have to remember. Use your strength, be kind, be creative, show up in the world the way you want to, be confident, be courageous. Awesome themes this week, guys. So have fun with it, enjoy it. If you like this reading, please subscribe, share, like, and let me know what you think in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you. So have an amazing week, and I'll see you all next week.